And they're off, away first time to race over around 2.5 miles. Arthurian Fable in Emerald Green Jacket is among those handy, approaching the first with Dasher, Stephen the Seagull, Pale Jacket, Red Cap out wide, nose-banded Military Tycoon in behind him. Didn't jump it with any fluency, Military Tycoon. He knocked him right back into midfield as a consequence. But they're fairly well grouped with now a long run before they encounter the second. And it's Arthurian Fable and Dasher who are just about the leading pair. Motterson in the shades of blue is going handy, and favourite Roccovango in the blue and white, right on terms, tracked out wide by Patanita with an orange cap, and then Stephen the Seagull, the red cap, yellow and white striped jacket. Military Tycoon, after that error at the first, recovering his poise. How is he at the second? Not a lot better, in truth. He hit it quite hard, but on that occasion at least kept his position in mid-division. Ginger Johnny is among those held up at this stage. He's slightly worse than midfield. He's got Bombay Sunset racing just in front of him. Got there in the end is held up towards the outer of the field. Lunar Ocean is among those held up in a maroon jacket with the nose-banded Lander Far, the yellow cap for David Bass, crossing the flight on the side. My Fernando in the pale blue, racing with more in front than behind down at the running rail, and he in turn is tracking Shady Daisy, who's in a maroon and yellow jacket. But it's fairly sedate stuff at around 30 miles an hour as they come into the straight first time and onto flights 4 and 5, and Dasher and Jordan Nayland are now giving a lead to their rivals. Roccovango in the blue and white, disputing second with Arthurian Fable. And then Patanita won from the right, further right, the nose-banded got there in the end. Also nose-banded Military Tycoon in a grey jacket is upsized Motterson crossing the fourth. Patanita shifting to the right there, shifting into the path of Motterson. Bombay Sunset still mid-division in a light blue and maroon jacket. Stephen the Seagull has drifted back there, crossing out quickly over the fifth. Just about the last to land was Wannabe Brave in the emerald green. And now they head up to the judge with a circuit in front of them. Dasher to Roccovango, Patanita. Arthurian Fable racing on the inner of Military Tycoon, and then Motterson from Stephen the Seagull got there in the end out wide. Ginger Johnny in a striped jacket, followed by Bombay Sunset, Lunar Ocean in the maroon, and then Lander Far, who's still more than 3/4 of the way back through them. Wannabe Brave and My Fernando race the final pair with Shady Daisy immediately in front of them. Running the right-hander that carries them off into the back straight and on to the next pair of flights. Dasher with Roccovango sitting at his quarters. Arthurian Fable in an emerald green jacket disputing third place with Patanita, and then Military Tycoon virtually back where they started from now, and still very well clustered up. There'd be little more than 8 lengths from top to tail. Dasher over Roccovango, Arthurian Fable, Patanita, Military Tycoon, Motterson, and then Stephen the Seagull got there in the end, going up around the field, crossing this flight. Lunar Ocean a little bit disorganised, worst mistake from Shady Daisy. Looks her back to be last but one, only got My Fernando in behind. So they reach the midpoint in the back straight. Shady Daisy's having to be bustled along after that error. Quite a few of them want to race out wide, going out in search of better ground. Roccovango chief among them. Dasher still there towards the near side. And then Arthurian Fable, Patanita, the orange cap, nose-banded, got there in the end, and an emerald green jacket is much closer under Charlie Price. Then Military Tycoon and Motterson in touch as they cross the fourth last ahead of Ginger Johnny, and then Bombay Sunset, Lunar Ocean being ridden along from Lander Far. Dasher now beginning to lose his position, having raced prominently. He's fallen back through the field very sharply, and as they approach the third last, it's Roccovango who has gone on here. The favourite in front under Sean Bowen. 3 out. Roccovango hurdling fluently over Patanita, the orange cap. Military Tycoon and Arthurian Fable are ridden along. Out wide, Bombay Sunset is getting into it. The maroon cap working his way through the field. Lander Far in a sheepskin noseband has made very smooth progress to get on his tail as Roccovango leads Patanita at the top of the straight, but Lander Far is making a sweeping move around the field and is putting his nose-banded head into third now, trying to hunt down the leading duo. Further back to Bombay Bay Sunset, then Military Tycoon from Arthurian Fable got there in the end as weakened away, and so too Motorzen. Roccovango in the centre, tackled on either side. Landafar on the left and Patanita on the right, and these three have broken away, and Roccovango's grinding away in front from Landafar. Here's the last, a length between them on landing. Roccovango shaken up firmly by Sean Bowen to make sure, but he's running on willingly here from Landafar, and Roccovango drawing away close home. A one in the championship for Sean Bowen. He erodes the deficit a little. Roccovango beats Landafar, with home in third Patanita, and they came well clear of Military Tycoon. Late gains for Ginger Johnny.
Roccovango, he had a threat at the final flight there when Landafar made tremendous headway on